4 days before Pakistan became the seventh nation to conduct nuclear tests, there was a crucial development that might have changed the course of history, or could have made a significant impact on the country's sovereignty. In the late 1990s, South Asia saw a sharp rise in nuclear nationalism as Pakistan and India joined a race to equip their militaries with ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons. India had first tested its nuclear capability in 1974, popularly known as Operation Smiling Buddha, in the Pokhran region of Rajasthan. Pakistan, on the other hand, was only ambitious to do so. The efforts were being made under the umbrella of Project 706. When the Hindu right-wing politician of Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, took the premiership after the 1998 Indian general elections, he envisioned making India a full-fledged nuclear state. After a few weeks, India once again went for nuclear testing. The Pokhran II tests were a series of 5 nuclear bomb explosions conducted in May 1998. Frustrated by India's growing aggression towards boosting its nuclear capabilities, Pakistan successfully conducted nuclear tests. Chagai 1 at Chagai district, Balochistan, on May 28, 1998. 2 days later, on May 30, 1998, Pakistan conducted its second test, Chagai 2, with a total 6 explosion tests, one more than India, despite the immense political and diplomatic pressure. In between the most crucial period of the subcontinent's history, a Pakistani flight was hijacked, which had to be taken to India with a mission to stop Pakistan from conducting its nuclear tests in Balochistan. However, the plan failed after the Pakistani pilot and security forces heroically dealt with the situation. On May 24, 1998, Pakistan International Airline Flight PK-544, PIA Fokker F-27, was hijacked shortly after it took off from Gwadar. Around 33 passengers with 5 other crew members were taken hostage by 3 armed Baloch insurgents. The hijackers wanted to land in New Delhi, but the pilot, Captain Uzair Khan, while making an excuse for fuel shortage, took a bold step and landed the plane at Pakistan's Hyderabad Airport. At this stage, the pilot made the hijackers believe that they had crossed the Indian border and were currently at Bhuj Airport in the state of Gujarat to refuel the plane. Authorities at Pakistan's Hyderabad Airport managed to remove all the markers that would indicate to the hijackers that it was Pakistan, not India. They even hosted the Indian flag on the airport building. Captain Uzair carefully did his job and acted like he was talking to Indian authorities in Bhuj Airport, while he was actually in contact with the airport's manager, who also managed to understand the critical situation. Now, the Hyderabad airport staff continued to pretend that they were from Bhuj Airport, which assured the hijackers that the plane had arrived in India. It was later revealed that the pilot had made this strategy because he had heard the hijackers talking about the maps of Bhuj. After landing in Hyderabad, the hijackers sent flight engineer Sajjad Chaudhry to inform the airport authorities, whom they assumed to be Indians, about their demands, including food, water, and fuel for the plane. Police had now decided to meet the hijackers. 2 police officials, Usman Anwar and Akhtar Gorchani, introduced themselves as Bhuj Airport's officials while posing as Ram, Anwar, and Manoj, Gorchani. They had carried water bottles with them. Later, Deputy Commissioner Hyderabad Sohail Akbar Shah as DC Bhuj, and Intelligence Officer Major Amir Salim as electrician, joined the team. All the officials had communicated with the hijackers in Hindi and tried to befriend the insurgents as Indians. Usman Anwar told BBC Urdu that he had to hide his Rs 500 note of Pakistani currency and change the time of his watch as he wanted to conceal his real identity. Meanwhile, Pakistani security forces had cordoned off all the surroundings of the airport. The Special Service Group, SSG, had been put on alert to deal with any possible consequence. All lights were switched off to refrain the hijackers from recognizing the place, possibly by reading signboards. All the mosques had been advised to use loudspeakers for prayer calls, azan. According to Anwar, they criticized Pakistan in front of the hijackers and even cracked jokes about Pakistanis to appease them. After gaining much of the confidence of the hijackers, the officials evacuated all the passengers from the plane and provided them with food and water. They also told the hijackers that Indian media and reporters were on the way to publicize their demands, especially to Pakistan. After talking to them, the officials confirmed that the insurgents had no bombs, but only few guns which they would use to explode the plane's engine in order to destroy it. After realizing that the operation had to be conducted before dawn, the officials took swift action and eventually succeeded in overpowering all the hijackers with the help of the SSG. It was reported that one of the officials shouted, "Allahu Akbar," God is great, which alarmed the security forces, who then stormed the plane. Shocked by the developing situation, a hijacker tried to shoot one of the security personnel, but his companion was injured as the bullet missed the target. All the security officials who led the operation were awarded with highest honors. According to the reports, in less than 5 minutes, all the hijackers were arrested and sent to police headquarters for further investigation. Later, a Hyderabad-based anti-terrorism court, ATC, sentenced all the hijackers, Shahsawar, Sabir, and Shabir, to death, which was implemented after 17 years on May 28, 2015. According to the reports, Shabir was executed in Karachi Central Jail, while Sabir and Shahsawar were executed in Hyderabad Central Jail. However, a member of the airport security force turned out to be the accomplice of the insurgents, who were bribed into giving clearance to their bags at the airport in Balochistan, without checking them under the pretext of smuggling. He was awarded a life sentence. Do not test bomb in Chagai. A subheading in Daily Jang Urdu newspaper, published on May 25, 1998, mentions the demand of Baloch hijackers. During the investigation, it was disclosed that the hijackers were opposed to any nuclear test in Balochistan. The Pakistani nuclear tests were eventually conducted 4 days later in Chagai, in reaction to India's testing of nuclear weapons a few weeks prior to the incident. It is important to note that according to the hijackers' confession reported by media in Pakistan, the aircraft hijacking was actually planned by the Indian intelligence agency to stop Pakistan from conducting nuclear tests. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.